Ethan Carter was not rich, not by New York standards. He worked as a senior mechanic in a Brooklyn garage, fixing luxury cars for the rich clients he silently envied. Tall, handsome, and soft-spoken, Ethan had learned the art of blending in. He dressed well from thrift stores, read the Wall Street Journal like a ritual, and spoke with the confidence of a man born into wealth. One summer evening, fate placed him at a charity gala. A friend's cousin couldn't attend and gave Ethan the invite. It was there that he first saw Alina James, a radiant beauty with eyes like summer skies, a fashion designer known for her elegance and success. She was everything Ethan had dreamed of and everything he was not. When she asked him what he did, his tongue stumbled and lied. "I run a high-end auto business," he said, sipping champagne like he belonged. "We customize cars for celebrities." Business is good. That night, his lie planted the first seed in a love story that would soon spiral into suspense, heartbreak, and redemption. Alina was charmed. Ethan was different, elegant, humble, and driven. They began dating, their connection instant and deep. She introduced him to her friends in the upper echelons of Manhattan society. Ethan kept up the illusion, renting expensive cars on weekends, borrowing watches, and Googling stock terms to keep conversations flowing. She fell in love not with his wealth, but with his mind. He listened. He cared. He was kind. But every night, when he returned to his one-bedroom apartment above the garage, reality would crush him with guilt. He'd stare at the engagement ring he bought on credit, wondering how long he could keep the truth hidden. Still, he couldn't risk losing her. Not now. Ethan proposed to Alina on a rooftop garden in Tribeca, surrounded by fairy lights and a private violinist. She said yes with tears in her eyes. Their engagement was covered by a local blog. Alina's friends gushed about the mystery businessman who had captured her heart. Ethan's social media showed luxury, but it was all staged. Nothing he posted was real. Alina's father, George James, a retired banker, was skeptical. "What's the name of your business again?" he asked Ethan during dinner. "Carter Luke's Customs," Ethan lied. "It's not widely advertised. We keep it exclusive." George nodded slowly, suspicion lingering in his eyes. The wedding planning began. Alina wanted a simple ceremony, but her family expected grandeur. Ethan, desperate to keep up the illusion, took out multiple loans. He worked overtime at the garage, sneaking out at dawn and returning after midnight. The pressure began to mount. One afternoon, Alina surprised him at his office, but he wasn't there. The front desk clerk of the garage innocently told her, "Oh, Ethan? He's under a car in Bay 3. One of our best mechanics." Alina froze. "Mechanic?" She waited silently until Ethan appeared, hands covered in grease, his eyes wide with panic when he saw her. That night, the illusion shattered. "You lied to me," Alina whispered, holding back tears. "You made me fall in love with someone who doesn't exist." "I didn't want to lose you," Ethan admitted, voice trembling. "I thought if I told you the truth, you'd leave. Do you think love is about money, Ethan? You thought so little of me?" "I thought everything of you," he replied. "That's why I lied." She walked away that night, her engagement ring resting on the table between them. Ethan spiraled. His garage cut his hours due to his poor focus. His debts climbed. He lost weight, stopped sleeping. Yet he refused to sell the ring or delete her photos. Alina stayed silent, but she wasn't fine either. Her heart battled with betrayal and love. She remembered every kind moment, every gentle gesture, and wondered, did he love her, even through the lie? Her father pushed her to move on. Her friends advised therapy. But Alina's heart remained trapped in Ethan's memory. One rainy evening, Ethan received a call from George James. "I know you lied," George said firmly, "but I also know you love my daughter. She's leaving for Paris tomorrow to open a studio there." Ethan's breath caught. "If you still care," George added, "stop her." Ethan had nothing to offer. No flowers, no car, no suit. He borrowed a friend's bike and rode through the storm to JFK Airport, soaked to the bone. At gate 17, he found her. "Alina," he called out, his voice barely heard over the intercom. She turned, shocked. "What are you doing here?" "I came to tell you the truth, not the lie I created. Just the truth." She stared at him, conflicted. "I love you," he said. Not as Carter Lukes. Not as some rich man. Just as Ethan. The guy who fixes cars, who lied to win your heart, but would rather lose everything than live a day without you. Her eyes welled up. I don't want the lie, she whispered. I just want you. They kissed, the rain on his jacket merging with the tears on her cheeks. Alina didn't board the flight. Instead, she helped Ethan pay off his debts quietly, not as a rich woman saving a poor man, but as a partner rebuilding trust. They postponed the wedding, moved into a modest apartment in Queens. Ethan started his own real garage with Alina's support, but this time, no lies, no fake posts, no borrowed Rolex. They built everything from scratch. Love, business, life, together. 1 year later, they got married in a small garden behind Ethan's garage. Close friends, family, a handmade dress by Alina, a simple suit for Ethan. George James walked her down the aisle, smiling proudly. When the officiant asked if Alina took Ethan as her husband, she smiled with tears in her eyes and said, I do, to the only man who had nothing to give, but gave me everything. And this time, there were no lies, just truth, trust, and love that no wealth could ever match.